All right, we'll start the recording. And here we go. If anyone has any questions, go ahead, just post them in chat, and I'll answer them as we see them. Okay, it's actually really good tea. So I'm pretty much done. Oh, I was playing around with my car for some settings. We originally had it at 200. I'm gonna drop it down to 500. Turn it on. Apply. And turn it back off. It's just easier for me this. I guess technically we could just change it down here too, couldn't we? I swear I hit apply. Oh, I thought I changed it to 200. Ah. Well, what I want to do is change this to 500. There we go. And let's get in on it. Is this still going to flip us? Yeah. But at least we land the right side up. And we can get some air now. Let's back up and see if we can get a good run at it. We should have made a nice flat ramp. That might be something we want to look at a little bit later. Is a little less wobbly. Oh, crap. A little less wobbly in the air as well. I almost made it over. Drunk driver coming through. Okay, so I want to go ahead and start modeling some terrain. Make it a little more exciting. There we go. This way. Oh, one really big jump first. Oh, can I avoid them? Whoa! Okay, let's go ahead. Make a new scene. I'll start there. So the things we're going to need to drop in is the manager. Let me see. The manager controls a spawn point. The prefab. I'm not gonna make prefab that because I want to save that for. Well, let's just actually do it here. We'll just keep it hidden. So let's make a new terrain. This one was what, 500 by 500? 512 by 512. Oh, I was like power of 2. I don't know why. I'm just going to duplicate it, and we're going to call this Arena 1. And we'll take the original train. I'll just go ahead and turn it off for now. So what we have is Arena 2, or this train here. And of course, we turn that off, it all disappears. And I think there's a flatten option, isn't there? Isn't there one that just automatically flattens everything? Check here. I know there used to be in other Unity versions, but it used to access it from up here. There was a terrain menu. We don't have that anymore. So how do you flatten one now? There used to be a button. I guess they got rid of it. Well, damn. That kind of sucks. Well, what if I just... Well, I'm going to want it bigger than this anyway. Put my car back in here just to give me an idea of how big it is. Actually, that's probably big enough. That's my car. Well, it's how long it takes to drive from one end to the other, roughly. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and just kind of along there. So after through this rough patch, I guess I could just grab my car and move it, but this is so much more fun. We definitely have to play with the suspension a bit. Okay, so let's go head over this way. Man, is it ever fast? Well, the wrong window. Now, before I started using wheel cladders, slide. I used to use. Explosive force for the acceleration. I haven't found a way to do that yet. What happened here? There we go. That's pretty close, right? Don't fall off. Okay, here we go. So just roughly how long it takes. I think this is supposed to be 1 kilometer. The big lines. So we're probably actually going too quick. So it doesn't really take that long to get to the other side. Oh, there we go. What if we slow him back down? Well, let's just start with 512 by 512, which is what we're at now. Let's just see where that gets us. Because 200 feels too slow. Okay. 250 is pretty good. Okay, so we'll start there. And I changed my mind about the Reno 1 thing. I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And just create a new one. Because I want it flat. And we'll call this one Arena 1. Is this my Arena 1? Yeah, I thought so. Here, put that back in. We'll put it back in. Okay, well, whatever. And I just want to make sure I called this the right thing too. Might as well put the terrain in there too. Alrighty, nice and flat. And much bigger. How much bigger? 2,000. Don't need to be that high. Okay. Save that off. Now we're going to need a few packages. I still use the... Let's make a folder for this first. I still use the terrain toolkit. Let me find it and just drag it in. I actually have a link to it. Does that work? I thought so. Not sure if I can move the standard assets folder. I'm sure it's all I want to try. All right, there we go. We got it in. We got some warnings. Not worried about that. So we got imported assets. So train toolkit, standard assets. Put those in. Plugins. I don't think anything got added here. What's Metro? For Photon. Okay. I think that's all. I should have actually looked in the package itself to see what it was important. I think that was it. I might do a little Blender work tonight too. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've used Blender. Okay, well, we're going to say that was it. And let's go ahead and grab our arena. Let's go over here so it's shrunken down a bit. Add a component. Terrain toolkit. I'm going to make this a bit bigger. Matter of fact, I'm going to make it full screen. It's not fitting. There we go. I want to do parallel. Let's start off with rough plains or rolling hills. Start there. I want it to go the other way. No. It was this way. Yeah. Oh, it's buffering. I'm streaming at 2200 kilobytes. Oh, 33 past 12. Hey, well, thanks for showing up. Can't really do anything with the buffering. Let me see. It's going to bug me, all those. So we've got that set. I'll portable car when I'm climb that. We'll have to flatten it out quite a bit. That's fine. I'm not going to smooth just yet. Let's go do some erosion. Yeah, we'll just do a gradual week, just a quick pass. A little hydraulic. What the hard rock. We'll have to load some textures in too. I don't really care about the tides. We'll do just quick ones. And wind northeast. That'll give us lots of texture. Then we're going to normalize. And let's try 0.4. Not enough. Twitch being Twitch, problems with Twitch like that. I'm also streaming over in Hitbox, if that's easier for you. To be honest, I don't look at Hitbox chat all that often though, but I do know some people have trouble with Twitch. So it is at Hitbox. But like I said, I really don't interact with Hitbox. I just have it there for people to watch. I haven't even updated the proper title. Whoops. If you want a link to it, let me know. I'll get you a link. If not, you can just go search for BurgZerg Arcade. It's all one word, BurgZerg Arcade. Over on Hitbox. Hitbox TV, to be exact. Okay, so we've got it smoothed. It does come with a default texture. We'll go ahead and we'll grab that. Just so it's something a little bit easier to look at. Okay, let's put my spawn point like right in the middle. So spawn point's right here. Let's go, I'll have to duplicate it. So we're gonna leave one here, but we'll turn it off. Hopefully that's not the one on the manager. Yeah, it is. Anyway. Take this other one. Let's move it to, what was it, 1024? So let's do 512. 512. And then zoom in on it. And we're going to have to lift that up quite a bit. I think I need to run some smoothing on it anyway on this map. Let's go back to the arena. Smooth. Yeah, we'll just do that one. A bit more. There we go. Probably a bit more. There we go. Really bring down those peaks. Okay, so one more. Let's go. We'll start it up. This should drop us off in the middle of the map now. Way up there. Whoa. I'll go ahead and post this over on the website if anyone wants, and they can drive around on it as well. I'll just check the chat here. Let me check. Is it really hard to make a game, or do you get the hang of it really fast? There's a lot of different skills involved in creating a game, but thankfully, because of the asset store, it's hilarious. I'm just rocking back and forth. I just realized. Because of the asset store, you don't need to master all of them. You can become really good at one, or just become a generalist, being reasonably good at all, but it really depends on what your goal is. If you just want to start making games, I'd recommend getting at least adequate in everything. And with something like Unity, it's really easy for that. Cirrus654. Hi, how you doing? I'd start off with the scripting because that's what I like to do. But Unity is really easy. Like, it's very easy to break things up and use Blender for your modeling, Audacity for your audio. There's other things too, like Fmod. I find Audacity just really easy to start off with. It's got plenty of filters. You can go out and grab any free 2D texture stuff, like paint.net or something like that. So getting started really isn't that hard. I would just pick one area and kind of start with it. Whatever one you feel the most comfortable with. And like I said, I usually start with scripting simply because you can play with cubes to start with. You don't need to have top-end graphics to start with. But anyway, let's actually see if we can get this going. Once I get the map up and running a bit, I'll go ahead and I can post it on the website if people want to actually go on and jump around as well. No, there you go. That's all you really need is an idea. And I forgot I wanted to actually watch it. Okay. Wow. What's my engine speed? 250? I missed it. Serious654, thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. So I am going to need to put some limits on this. What do I have? Drag on my rigid body? I have no drag. Look at me go. Oh my God, so much air. Oh, end of the map. Damn it. And we just fall. I can always just put some sort of invisible barrier. So the game that I'm thinking is I've already made the racing game. If I go ahead and pause this. Let me see if I actually still have the video. A copy of it here. I do. This is the one I did in Unity 5. Now I've got the graphics really turned down low. I'm just using the car that comes with Unity 5. Woo. But this time around, I obviously wanted to write my own car script. But for some reason my shadow's not showing up. Oh, it's a really old build. That's why. I should look for one that's more current. But anyway, there's an actual racetrack. And this time around I was thinking of making something like cars that battle each other. Where you could shoot each other. And your car takes damage. Basically last man standing wins. That's what I was thinking of this time around. I like the idea. I know not everyone else is, though. Okay, so I'm going to north the edge of the world. Textures. We need some more textures. I'm not going to bother with trees or water or anything like that. I just want texture so I can actually see stuff. So, terrain assets, I guess. Yeah, we'll grab them all. Now, for the tutorial series, I might actually go ahead and just create all the assets ourselves. I don't know. Just make everything Minecraftish. Everything's a cube. Standard assets, go to imported assets. Nope. Imported assets. Get rid of this. There we go. So if we come back in Arena, go to textures. Cliff texture. We're going to want 4 textures total. Cliff texture. Let's actually grab something. Oh, there we go. Cliff, sure. Let's actually grab a cliff texture. Texture 1, we want sand. Texture 2, grass. Texture 4 is kind of mountainy. Nothing here for it. We'll just do grass and rock. And we'll hit apply to see what happens. Okay, it's all sand, so we got to go ahead and adjust the levels. In AGS. Unity is fine for any game style you really want. Kind of one of the strengths, really. My spawn point too low again? That's the arena. Never mind. Okay, I usually like to start my cliff at 45 degrees. And let's go. Texture ends at 0.1. This one will start at 0.15. Let's see how that adjusts it. We got a bit of dirt, or a bit of grass showing up now. I think we'll drop that down a bit more. And we'll make it end at, it doesn't really matter. Oh, it does matter. I didn't realize we were actually going to get up that high. So there, normally I'd put my water in here. I'm not going to have any water. Let's go ahead, start it back up. Need a skybox too. Let's roll all the way down the hill and try to power our way back out. No, we're gonna have to rock it. There we go. Get a run at it this time. Oh, oh, oh. Go backwards, backwards, backwards. Oh, we should be able to get a good run at it this way. Might have to normalize just a bit more. We have 250. That's what I want. Okay, see if we start getting some good jumps in. No. We're still way too much. But we're going to right ourselves, right? There we go. Okay, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and build this out. Well, we're going to be making a web player now, so we'll have to switch platforms. Let's take a couple seconds. So does anyone want it up on the website to go play around on? As I make more incremental builds, I'll go ahead and... That's done. I'll constantly keep updating it tonight. What do we want to say this as? Let's go via BR. And I just want to throw in a desktop for now. Because we'll be putting this up on a website somewhere anyway. I'm making it right now. Now, there's no camera to start off with. That's why we're getting that flash. Oh, I'm trying to hit play. So drop this car in. Which wipes this out, but that's fine because, oh, there's the other one. Now it's shaky because we haven't added the code yet for smoothing. We'll be doing that either tomorrow or the next day. Tomorrow might be more cosmetic stuff. But it's not that hard. You just add a lerp to it if you want. There's a few ways to do it. Lerping's easiest. What I wanted to see is on the web player. Do I have shadows? I do have shadows. Let me go ahead and throw a excuse me. Let me go ahead and throw a skybox in there just so it's not so blue. We do have skyboxes in Unity that come free. You know what? Everyone's probably sick of looking at these ones. Let's go ahead and we'll grab something off the asset store. Something free, of course. I should have just made a second scene. Oh, the Cave Adventure Kit's on sale. Okay, so skyboxes. What's it under? It's textures and material. Skies. Sort by price. Oh, look at these guys. I just want to check this out. What is this? Oh, they have a demo. You know I'm a sucker for demos. It's a slow loading one. Well, that loads. Let's go back. Let's just grab a basic skybox, something that I haven't used yet. Don't really want space. Let's grab this one. Oh, there we go. Wow, it's really laggy. I can't do anything. That doesn't look good to me. It's very flickery. Anyway. Sky Sphere, it's all under one. All right, we'll go ahead, we'll import that. Yeah, I might actually just upload it to a Google Drive. It shouldn't be. I don't know why it's flickering. Because I've never actually uploaded a Unity web player to WordPress yet, so I have to read up on it. So I'll just go ahead and throw it up on a Google Drive or Dropbox. Dropbox should probably be fine. So let's go ahead. I think we'll be able to access the Dropbox. I'll do a test first. SkySphere, imported assets. And I don't care about all this. Whoops. Oh, with planets, man. Cool. I'm not sure which one I want. Let's take this one. Oh, you can't drag and drop it. In Unity 5, you can just drag and drop. Render. Oh, right here. So, Skybox. It's still here, right? Yeah, there we go. Dang it. Which one was it? 9. I see chat going. Just give me a second here. I'm not seeing any difference in the sky. I did do 9, right? 9. Looks like it's all black to me. Okay. Where's the doc? There's a folder called Documentations. We should open that up. Catch up in chat. Yeah, I know there's a few WordPress plugins. There's was it Unity Dog or something like that, which I think was the original. There's also an arcade plugin. I don't really want to use either one of those. I don't know if I want to write my own yet or if it's a simple drag and drop solution for now. It's very simple. Just drag and drop confirmation to your choice into your scene. Mesh folder. Drag and drop the sky sphere mesh into your choice into your. So you got to put the sky sphere mesh in first. See, that's why you read instructions, people. Sky sphere. Meshes. Without cap, with cap. Do we really care? Well, let's do with cap. It's going to need to be a lot bigger than that. Tell you what, we're not going to use this one. I'm not sure if this one's meant to follow our character around or not. I just want a traditional skybox. That's it. Nothing fancy. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of this. Save it off. And I'm just going to use a basic one. I just want something up and running. So we'll grab the crap ones that come with you. Oh, they're not crap. They're actually pretty good. Just everyone's probably just sick of seeing them. All right. Now we'll drop them down here. Imported assets into standard assets. Edit. Render settings. Let's lock it. Skyboxes. Which one do I want? Let's do this one. There we go. And of course, let's also go ahead and look at the textures for it. The folder they're in. I didn't mean to do that. Grab them all. And 1024. Just take a quick peek in game here. Okay, something to look at that isn't all blue. And let's go ahead, we'll build this out again. We catch up here. U3 dart. How to load a second level photon? Have you tried destroying your photon view? I haven't tried loading a second level. I've always just kept the same level. And the only other time I've used the pun is with last month's game. And all I did, I kept the same level. I just kept destroying. It was a roguelite game. So I just kept destroying the dungeon and creating a new one every time you went through one. Okay, so it looks like it's good. Close this down. We're going to move some of this around. I like it like this. I actually don't want that many desktops. But yeah, I'm not sure really. If you're having trouble with the photon view, can you destroy it? I'm sure we'll get into it because I intend to have my arenas be different scenes. So when we get into photon, I'll have to play around with that. But right now, I've not encountered that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and drop this right into Dropbox. We'll do it over here. I said over here. Downloads. Nope, Dropbox. Where's my Dropbox? It's at the top. It's not listed alphabetically for some reason. Okay, so how big is the executable? Let's take a look at this. The HTML doc is 4K. That's what you're loading. So you're looking at 2.3 megs. Not that big. I'm not sure how many people I've set can play in this game. I might have to go and up that. All right, it's done. I'm going to share the folder. Invite members to share this folder. Oh, I don't want anyone to edit. Sorry, I don't want to. Wrong way. Share Dropbox link. And does this work? Okay, and that gives me this. And you'll also have to save this as well to your Dropbox or your desktop. So you can't run them from apparently from Dropbox. You probably could set it up somehow to run it, but just download it. It's 2.9 megs. And then you should just be able to run it. As long as they're in the same spot. You have to keep them in the same folder. And did I not open that? And like I said, because we don't have a camera, that's why it's doing that. So there we go. I'll jump back into game, start it up. Drop me in. We should see the other car around here somewhere. There he is. So that'll stop mine, and I'll go see how many people I've got it set up for. I might have to actually increase. I never thought of that ahead of time. Network manager. I've got it set for 4. I'm going to go ahead and up it to, how many people do we have? 10? Let's do 15. And I do have a version here. It's a constant string. I made it private though. I'm gonna go ahead and make that public just so I can go ahead and stick a little thing down here for us. So we're gonna have to go ahead, duplicate. Before I do this, let's go ahead and actually duplicate this whole scene. So I'm making so many edits I don't want to have not in the tutorial. So we'll go ahead and we'll save this off. Duplicate it. Allow me to name it. All right, then we'll go into Arena 1. Now I can get rid of this stuff. And it should still be in demo. Yeah. We'll fix demo up later. So you're gonna want to make sure, am I the right one? Arena 1. We're gonna make a UI system. I just need some text. Go 2D mode. And let's go ahead. We'll dock it down here. Let's put it right in there. Let's make it white. I want it to be centered though. And this is just going to be the version. Well, I was actually going to call it from the script, but you know what? I'm just going to hard code it. So we're just going to say version not 01 for the night. And of course, we'll have to change the color. Let's make it white. Let's give it some shadow. That should be fine. Let's go see how this looks. You can already see it down there. There we go. I'll have to update this. Only thing you'll have to re-download is the actual executable. Is anyone playing right now? Can everyone get to the link okay? Oops, I didn't mean to actually start it up. Let's leave it there. Let me know if I end up needing to share the link again. I don't think so. It should be the same. So we'll go ahead, we'll move that in there. Car can't run out of gas. You shouldn't have a problem with it. It's gonna work? Nah. I can't get, when I'm streaming, I can't get Chrome to go full screen. Someone's there. Yeah, I can't get Chrome to go full screen when I'm streaming. Screw it. I don't need to play the web player version. So this version will give us 15 people simultaneously. Go ahead, run around. Oh, you're on your phone? Well, no phone builds yet. Actually, for the people that are actually interested in Pun, it's actually, I don't know if you caught my tweet earlier, but it's on sale right now. 50% off. So Pun Plus. Yeah. It's on the, I forget what they call it, the Asset Store Madness or something. Yeah, there we go. Asset Store Madness. So for the next 6-7 days, it's 50% off. So if this is something you really enjoy using, I would go ahead and pick this up. So basically, if you don't have Unity Pro, you'll still be able to export to all platforms, including iOS and Android. And it'll up you from only having 20 concurrent users maximum to 100. So the way it works, when I picked mine up, you get like this little code, and then you can go to the website and you can, on one of your applications, you can go ahead and put that code in, and it'll update that to being 100 concurrent users. So you don't have to use it right away. So let's say you're not planning to put your game out for months down the road. You're gonna probably want this anyway. So you might be able to save basically $50 up front. But anyway, yeah, I might come back and pick a few more up. We'll see. All right. In Unity, they can be infinite. You wouldn't want to do it with one terrain, though. This terrain that I have here was... Oops, I'm still in 2D, aren't I? You're going to want to break it up, having multiple terrains. This was 1024 by 1024, right? Not that. This. There. And I'd probably even go smaller than that, to be honest. I'd probably do 512 by 512. Depending on what you're targeting, too. Well, something I'd want to test. I know they have mobile terrain. If you're looking to make mobile, if you're just looking for desktop, I'd probably stick around 512 by 512. I'd rather have a lot of little ones. So later on, if you ever pick up the Pro version, you get some sort of LOD system in place. You can just have them load in as needed. But ideally, you do something like this here where you have your train created, but then you'd have another train coming off of here. Well, coming off of all the points, different directions. I think I covered this during the hack and slash tutorial. And then you would just, as you're traveling along, excuse me, sorry, still recovering from the flu. But as you're traveling along, when you get far enough, you would just have this one pop in. And I also covered the system on how to do that. If you want to have more than 100 players, then you have to start paying their subscription fee, which is still cheap. If you have 100 people, now this is 100 concurrent users. That means 100 people on at one time. Yeah, this should pay me. I really like the product so far. Head over to exitgames.com, go to the pun. Right here, this is what we're using. Pricing. So you get the free, which gives you 20 connections. And there's also, whoops, what I click? There's also other things too, like 8K monthly activities or actives. 500 messages per room. CCU burst not included. Again, for $95, you can get this, but like right now in the asset store, it's half off, so you're better off to get it through there. The big thing is 100 connections. Now, for $89 a month, you can go up to 500, and then there's other prices you'll get a hold of them for. Now, honestly, once you start getting into this range, they actually do. I forgot about this. They have this little slider here to help you out too. Once you start getting much more, like if you're looking to make an MMO, you're probably not going to be using Pun. If you want to make an MMO, you're probably going to be looking at the actual server itself. And here you can get 100 free to start off with, but you have to write all the code, server code yourself pretty much. So if you can't write server code, find someone that can, if that's what you need. Paying someone to write that server code for you is going to cost way more than the monthly fees will ever cost you. And as you can see, it's only $25 a month. So yeah, if you've got someone that can write the server code for you, great. This is much, well, I shouldn't say it's less expensive because you still got to pay for the bandwidth and you still want a fast server somewhere. So you're going to have to pay for the server somewhere else anyway because you're not going to be hosting this out of your house. Doesn't matter how fast you think your internet is at home, it's not going to be fast enough to run a game. Redistributable licenses, you can actually have it inside of your game as well. Kind of, kind of like Pun. Full Town Real Time. I haven't actually played this, so I'm not 100% sure what this one is. But right now, I'm focusing on Pun. I used to use the server. There's just so much more work. This is great for when you want client-based connections to everything. Okay, so we're going to go in. See who's all in there. The summoning game. I don't see you though. There's at least one person here. I should have put a little counter. But anyway, we got that done. And I just wanted to actually start building stuff up. I don't... I'm still debating on the style of the game I want. I was thinking very, not Minecraft, but very blocky. I like that idea, actually. Because that would actually be really quick to make all my own assets for it. That's fine. Well, it's not so much the game type you're making that depicts what server you want. It's the server, like what type of server do you want? Which one would make a RPG, Unity, or UDK? It depends. It depends on how big your team is. If you're small, I would just stick to Unity. It's free. UDK isn't. Provided you plan on actually publishing games and making money off of it. I prefer Unity over UDK. Hands down. Okay, so we got that done. We've got cars coming. I guess we could start. I don't want to add water. Let's go ahead and actually bump our cars up just a bit more. And I'm going to weaken the turn power down a bit. Yeah. Now we get out of the basic section and move on to the intermediate section. Woo! We're going to be putting in like skid marks and stuff like that for when you're sliding around. I would still like to add more of an explosive force at the start. Then it degrades as you go along. And I also want to be able to hit jumps, but the speed we're at now, I can't. I'm getting hardly any airtime whatsoever. Come on. I'm pushing forward. Wow, can't even get up that hill. I did want to introduce capping. Oh, someone else is in game. Capping your engine yet? But I think I might. Okay, let's see if we can't get a good jump in. Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting some air. Oh. We got to work on the turning. But I'm liking these value for speed anyway. Whoop. What is turning? What happened? I got stuck. Wonder what's happening there. I'm getting stuck in the terrain. Why is that? I'm just going to try to take one more jump, and I'm going to take a look to see why I'm getting stuck in terrain. I've really got to... Oh, yeah. Okay, I want to make some notes on getting stuck in the terrain. Let me catch up with the questions first. If you're just making a... Okay, different person, sorry. If you were thinking of making a single place, okay. Okay, weird question. If a 3D model is released for public use and I use it in my game, do I have to give the credit? Depending on the license they release it under. Check with the person that released it. Just because they release it to the public doesn't mean you can use it in your game. It could be released for, educational use only or something like that. Yeah, you got stuck. I'm going to make a note of that right now. Getting stuck in the terrain. I'm not sure why. Like, it's an easy enough fix. Just check to see if you're stuck in the terrain. If so, just give you like a little bump up. There we go. Get that done. For the other people that have downloaded the next version, was that okay for you, or I'll go ahead and post it again? Maybe I should have zipped the folder up. That probably would have been better. Compress. There we go. I'll wait till that's done, then I'll share that. Creating 3D model, well, it depends. Like, if you have a particular art style, then yeah, that's hard. If you're willing just to get what you can for free, there's tons of stuff online. And even just learning Blender isn't that hard. And there's tons of Blender tutorials. Share Dropbox link. There we go. There we go. It downloads for me. Okay, I'm going to update the version here. 0.11. Okay, so we got that done. Oh, turning. We're also just going to be tweaking the car now. 5 maybe. You do turn a lot slower. Third of what you used to. I think I need to go a little bit higher than this. Not much though. No, this actually, maybe a 6. Whoa! Oh no, don't fall off! Don't fall off! No! I'm gonna try a 6 on turning. I still don't want to be that fast. Definitely not to start off. So I've got my mass of being 500, and I believe this is all measured in kilograms. Now, I know mass and weight are different, but I believe that's the way they measure it. If we open it up, oh, you are not going to be able to see my wheels, are you? Yeah. It's not showing them to me. Okay. Drop in the scene. Photon view, network player. We don't do anything there right now. I'll spread it out. Go to the front axle. So these axles we added in the tutorial that we did today. I think it's easier to find a modeler than it is a developer. A competent modeler versus a competent developer. And there's tons of free stuff on the asset store as well. Did nothing there, right? Yeah. Shrink. So I got them down as 20. I gotta lighten them up again. These are gonna be like really cheap tires. That back end really slide. Let's actually maximize. So at 400, you can pull yourself up the hill. That's good. Here we go. And you still get some good air time. Oh. Here we go. Ooh, we still get some good speed. Anything I craft is probably going to have roll bars built into it. Anything I craft. Anything I build up in Blender is probably going to have roll bars in it. Let's go all the way to the top. Since I lightened it a bit, I'm thinking maybe I can bring it back down. The engine torque. Oh boy. Just letting gravity pull me right now. Why is he going backwards? I'm going uphill? There we go. There's a good jump. Maybe. God damn it, right off the edge of the world. Okay. Let's actually go ahead and display number of players in the game as well. I have to quickly look that up in Photon. Photon docs. Oh. I can't find their API anymore. I found it once. And I haven't been able to find it since then. I wish I would have bookmarked it. I don't know if they took it down. You come down here, the API. Breach the SDK. Which just brings you back here. Oh, there we go. I found it again. Phew. Okay, to keep that over here. Shrink this up. We'll add another text. $2D. And we'll put it down here. Number of players. So make sure it's selected. All right, we'll do the exact same thing. I should have just copied that one. And we're going to say number of players, but we're going to right align it, make it center. We'll have it something, you know, like 10 players is what it's going to say. I won't do best fit. We'll just do white again. And I'm going to add a shadow just to make it more legible. And let's move it off the edge just a bit. That means move this one off the edge a bit. There we go. Let me catch up here. Check the license. I'm pretty sure all of it is, but check the license just to be sure. How many years I've been programming in C#? Not long. Since I only picked up C# when I started Unity, and I didn't use it right at the start. I did JavaScript at the start. So I've had Unity, what, 5 years? So pretty close to 5 years, I guess, with C#. But like I said, I only use it with Unity. So it's not like I use it constantly. And then for the last year or so, I've been using other game engines. And I haven't been using C# at all. So not a whole lot of experience with C#. Enough to get by in Unity, though. Okay, so we got to go ahead and create a script for it. But I don't want it in my script folder because when I'm doing the tutorial, I don't want people to see it. So I'm going to go here and do scripts. And here we'll create another script. And I'm just going to call it player count. And we're going to go ahead. Open this up. I'll make it bigger for everyone. And we're going to have to come up here using Unity engine.ui public text. I'm just going to call it player counter. No, this is in the wrong order. I like it like that. All right, so we've got that. I can just stick this on anything, so I'm actually just going to stick it on the player text. We really should name these two. This is player text, player counter. And this is version. Yeah. And we can actually just get its component. That's what we're going to do. Did I put it here? I did put it here. So we can just get its component. I'm not going to bother saying it's required. Stupid mouse. So player counter is equal to get component. We want to get the text component. Okay. And at some point in time, we just want to go ahead and call it and update it. I don't want to do it in the update method. Although to start off with, it's not bad. Let me catch up here. Oh, well, thanks. Well, live. I'm also on YouTube and Twitch. A gold killer, me. Thank you. I hope to see you soon. No problem. I'm going to be uploading this one to YouTube. Probably, more than likely. Okay. So, just for people that are wondering what I'm doing, I'm reading documentation right now. Fun stuff. I wish they had a search. A Photon Network player list. Well, let's just put a different method for now. I like to keep my Unity methods together. So void. I'll have to make it public. Get player count. Photon Network player list. This returns an array dot length. So there we go. That's all we have to do to get it. Now, I've never done this before, so you're seeing live dev. So we should be able to grab player counter dot text is equal to, and I'm going to pass a value in here, and it's just going to be an int. And I'm just going to say it's the count. And I'll probably have to two-string it. All right, get rid of update for now. Let's go ahead and make this static. Let's make the whole thing static. Oh, I can't because it has that. Can I? Pretty sure I can't. And if we go up here and make this static, I'll have to make this static. Okay, maybe I can. We're going to try it. So Photon Network Player. Well, that's the network player. Do we want the network manager? Let me catch up on chat quick here. Yeah. If I ever forget, just remind me. Hopefully it's big enough you guys can see. Make it a little bit bigger. I don't want it to where it's taking up multiple lines on my screen, though. So this is where we join the room. Let me see. Where do I have to add this? I guess I'm going to do it on joined room, right where it instantiates me. Let's do it right after that. So what did I call it again? Player count? Dot display player count, which takes an int, which apparently is my Dropbox link. What was it again? It was Photon Network. Photon Network dot player. What's other players do? So other players returns an array as well of all the other players. Of course, you get the other players, so you can get their names and list them in there as well. I haven't set it up to where we're putting names in yet, so it doesn't. That's completely irrelevant. Player list will just give me a list of other players, but I'm only interested in the length. And I'm not sure if this is going to include me or not. But let's go ahead and see if this works. I probably should have full screened it. So it shows 1. And let's go ahead. And player count. So the text is going to equal to... We're going to cat onto that, a space. And players. Okay. So we'll go ahead, we'll start it. I'm going to full screen again. So it's just showing 1 player down here. And I believe I am the only player in the game. Let me unfull screen it. Right there. And if I start it up, it's showing to be 1 car in the scene besides the one I have grayed out, and there is. So great, we've only got 1 car. Just for people's amusement, I'll go ahead and upload this. We've done a few changes. And I'm not sure why I hit Command M. This is not Adobe Premiere. I don't want to build and run. I just want to build. Then once it's done, I'll go ahead and zip that up, put it back in. And that should give you all the car updates that I just made, plus the player count. Where did I put it? Is it? Not sure this is the right version or not. Nope. What's this? This is my desktop, though. It was on my desktop. Let's just rebuild it. Build to my desktop, VVR. I didn't. My mouse. My mouse isn't dying. I can't click it. There we go. It is old, but I really like it. I don't want to have to get another one. Okay, so go ahead. Compress it. Getting rid of the old one. As soon as it's done uploading, it's 2.3 megs done. Share Dropbox link. There you go. And that should get you the .011 version. Yep. And I probably should have tried it first. Huh. It's not displaying. Oh, I can't go full screen in Chrome. Why is it not displaying the UI? Actually, that is so weird. Well, obviously the new UI system has to work in a web play. I've never tried it before. I was gonna say, am I doing the wrong scene? But that's not right. It's the right scene. Yeah, it's the right scene. If anyone has any ideas, by all means, let me know. I'm going to try making a standalone version. I don't think that would do it, right? Let me check out the other scene. I hope I didn't edit the other scene too much, so I wanted to be able to go back pretty easily. Ah, it's because Arena is showing. We actually want to show this terrain as soon as we're at a 2D. Huh. Oh, wrong thing. No, demo terrain. There we go. Wrong scenes being loaded. I'm just going to go ahead and fix a few things here. Come on, mouse. See, I don't see any dust or anything in there. But I swear there's got to be. Okay, so that should put the demo scene that we're using in the tutorial back to the original. And we'll take that off. Great. We'll go ahead, we'll save it. Let's go back into Arena 1. Let's go back into build settings. Make sure we got the Arena one. We'll stick to web player, developmental build, which is actually going to get in the way of our player count. So I'm just going to turn it off. Yeah, let's build and run. Desktop, save, replace. Yeah, it works in Unity. I just had the wrong scene being built. Right there. So now it's working. Great. So I'll go ahead and zip that up. And put that back in. Replace. I'll let you know when it's done uploading, and you can go download it again. All right, it's done. You should be able to go download the new version with the updated car physics, or at least the variables, and game counter, or player counter, sorry. What time is it? Ooh, almost 9 already. Oh crap, I closed the API documentations. I didn't bookmark it. That's fine. Yeah, I just thought of something. I was on the arena map. Everyone else was driving on the other map. That's a little weird because we still saw each other. I'll shrink this over a bit. So if anyone else wants to jump in, my count, it won't go up as people join. It'll only display it once when you join. I'd have to figure out some way to trigger it every time someone else joins. I told my wife I'd get off at 9 though, and it's almost 9. That's what, about 3 hours. So what does everyone think about a game with like laser beams and rockets? And it's literally maybe drive around, have power-ups to pick up. Then you could have objectives on the map to go get. So maybe a big blue beam. The person that drives through the beam gets like 100 points. And at the end, whoever just has the most points wins. Now let's make it last man standing. What do you think? But what's to encourage people to go after each other? Can make this much more of a huge creator. Of course, I could just load it up into Blender and handcraft it there. Yeah. Well, she wanted to watch a movie, a family movie. Kids going to bed at 9. I guess technically it's not a family movie. It's a mommy daddy movie, which makes it sound dirty. But I think with rockets running around shooting each other, that'll be fun. But what's to stop someone from trying to hide? There has to be some sort of mechanism. Well, obviously you can get points for shooting each other, right? Points based on the amount of damage you do to people. You should... Yeah, I think that's the way I do it. The amount of damage you do to someone is equal to the points you get. So that would make it, you know, it's not necessarily last man standing. Because you could hide and just never get into the fray. I guess you could put like little coins around on the map as well. Make them worth a little bit of points as well. You can pick them up. Of course, the power-ups would be there as well. Maybe to start with, what would your starting weapon be? I don't want to give people like weak lasers. Because they'll just sit there and just spam lasers everywhere. Could make it kind of Mario Kartish, where you get instead of missiles, you get, you know, like the shells. Obviously, we can't use shells. I don't need to be sued over making a tutorial for someone. But that kind of thing. where you shoot it, it goes straight ahead. You can even have them spinning around your car. Oh, can I make it up? What is my car at engine-wise? Couldn't quite make it. It's 400 engine power. No one else came in. I think I like that idea. Physical projectiles. Make them like the turtle shells where they, at least the green ones, where they just bounce off of everything. No drag whatsoever until they hit a player. Oof, 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 oof. Can you hit yourself? I think so. Of course, we'll need other ones too, but I think I might actually just do that. Make Super Mario type weapons, like the banana peel, the turtle shells. What does someone else think? This is a tutorial for you guys, so it doesn't matter to me a whole lot. I'm going up the hill backwards. Oh, I was. Oh, lots of speed. Oh, I thought I was at the top. Apparently not. Need a less sharp incline. No one has any comments? Okay, well, I've got 2 minutes left, so if anyone else has any questions, by all means, go ahead, ask away. I'll answer what I can. I thought I'd get more done in the time that I was on, but whoops. I always feel that way. We got a nice new map for people to join. I'll have to take a look to see how I can start getting it up on the server. I really did want to get this map done, but then I started thinking, I was just going to throw the Unity trees in here. But that's when I started thinking of art style. And I keep looking at my car, and I like that silly little square car. So I might just go into Blender. Make it in Blender, everything a cube. Let's adjust that center of mass. I'm going to bring it back just slightly. Save it off. Did I apply it? I can't remember. Check this out. Well, like I said, originally I was just going to come on and just make my map, but then I started thinking about how I want it to look. And I think I actually want to do a 3D Mario style Mario Kart style. Not 3D, sorry, a very Minecraft looking blocky, but with Mario Kart type weapons, and then just build a bunch of arenas. You know, like you could have one where you're flying through a part of town. That one wouldn't be too hard to do because you just have the roads. That's where most of the time is going to be spent, is creating maps. I'd like to have one that's kind of a dirt track. I'll make a list. I'd probably want at least 6 good maps, but I'd probably only make like 1 map a month type thing, because it would take a lot of time to make those maps. Excuse me. Okay, 9 o'clock. If anyone has any other questions, go ahead and let me know. Other than that, thanks to the people that hit that follow button today. I'm glad to have you. The rest of you, what are you waiting for? That's pretty much going to be it. I'll give you a couple more minutes if you have any more questions. If not, good night, everyone. There should be a new video up tomorrow. But like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be working mostly on cosmetic-y type things. For one, I want to get the tires to start turning the way I'm moving. So if we, so you can see the wheel colliders turning. I want the tires to turn as well. And if I do go with the Minecraft type look, well, I shouldn't say Minecraft. If I do go with the blocky type look, we'll have square tires as well. So we'll have to add some rotation to those as well. So they'll turn and rotate. One question. Can Unity make a puzzle? Can Unity make any puzzle I can come up with? I don't see why not. I can't think of anything it can't do. You just have to know how to code it. It's just an engine. It shouldn't be bound by, logic puzzles. What do you mean by puzzles, I guess? But I can't see why it wouldn't be able to handle any puzzle we come up with. Oh, excuse me. No problem. Take a look here. Nothing there. I was just checking to see if anyone asked anything on Twitter. Does not appear to, so I'm gonna head out then. Oh, well. Walker, no busy? How you doing? I was supposed to get a trip. Oh, there might not be a tutorial tomorrow. My son's birthday party is tomorrow. His birthday was last week, but we had the family party then. Get a little chilly. Got to do it my bathrobe. But we're having the party for his friends and classmates tomorrow at Chuck E. Cheese. The party itself lasts 2 hours, but we're going to be there a little bit early, and I'm sure we're going to be there a little bit late. So that's probably going to take about, at least 3 to 4 hours out of the day. And chasing 25 little kids around. Oh, excuse me. Plus, I'm still a little under the weather, so chasing 25 little kids around, I'm probably pretty tired, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get a tutorial done tomorrow. I'm just going to err on the side of no, but I'll try to. We'll see if I get time. I could probably email Cake, but it probably wouldn't show up very well. Actually, I think there's quite a few laws against emailing food to in and out of the state. No problem. Okay, well, I'm out of here, guys. Again, thanks for showing up. I'd like to get back to a regular schedule again. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the schedule. I might hurry up, get the tutorials up to the part where I actually have to start designing my levels, in which case that'd be great. I can start working on my cities. I'll probably do the city one first. City one's easy. Just a bunch of buildings and roads. Yeah. The sparks will help light the candles, right? Anyway, yeah, I'd like to get back to my regular streaming schedule, but not 100% sure what I'm going to stream right now since I don't want to stream me making tutorials. That's pretty boring, isn't it? But anyway, again, thanks everyone for showing up, and probably won't see you tomorrow, but probably Monday. Bye-bye.